Hi everyone, welcome to Illinois and Garden Zone 5. So we have a big day planned today. We are going garden center shopping for some fall plants and fall decor. I also want to take you thrifting, and we want to go and see if we can find anything at the thrift store to DIY. I'm looking both for home and garden, so we'll just have to see what we come up with today when we're out thrifting. Then once we get done shopping, we'll come back and we'll get everything styled up and decorated for fall out in the garden. So let's get going. We have a lot to do today. Okay, so we're at Lowe's and it looks like they got a bunch of pumpkins. Okay, so the stickers on them say they're $4.48 for the sugar pumpkin. So then the white bigger pumpkins, $10.98 for the white bigger pumpkins. I'm seeing lots of mums. Now if I get any mums, I'm gonna want something like, as far as blooming, that's about like this, where they're not really open yet, because that's gonna give me, or where they're open just a little bit, some of them, and then a lot that aren't, because that'll give me more bloom time than if I get something that's opened a bunch already or that's totally opened. That's not going to last as long. I do see some hydrangeas though. We have to look at those. What a little hottie, panicle hydrangea, 3x5, antique shades of white and pink, it says. And I can see where we are getting that. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, so they have coleus, they've got some pansies over there and some pretty colors. I like that peachy color. Dragon's breath, some begonias. And of course, look guys, it's like a sea of mums. There's some heuchera and some pretty reds there. $11.98, proven winners. We've got some sedums, some coneflower, and a pumpkin planter, $32.98 in different colors. So we're gonna check out what Walmart has. We know how much their pumpkins are at Lowe's. They were $4 and $10. So let's see what Walmart has now for $5.88. And I'm seeing them in yellow, brown, purple, and white. They were like $4.50. And then we had some white ones that I think are $4.50. And then they have orange ones down here that are $4.50. So we may get some of those too. So let's head back to their garden center and see what they have. So we're back home now. I did go thrifting and pick up a few things I'll show you later. But first I wanted to pick some little pumpkins. So this is out in the cut flower garden, and I grew little pumpkins from seed. So I'm cleaning off some of the leaves now and showing you some of the little pumpkins growing. It was a real fun experiment, and I ended up having a lot of pumpkins to decorate with. Those little pumpkins over at the garden urns. I also picked up some faux leaf branches, some single branches at Walmart. They were 99 cents a piece, and I thought I would tuck them in. The pumpkins I did, instead of adding mums this year, I thought I'd do it a little bit different. I like to change it up each year. So added in the faux branches and then added some of those little pumpkins that I grew, and then had purchased some pumpkins at Walmart in different colors to add to the tops of the urns, and I think it gives it a real festive look. And then I'm going to take those little pumpkins, what's left over and head up to the front to the mailbox area. Our first DIY is this thrifted metal bird cage that I picked up for $5.99 at the thrift shop. I thought this was really cute. You could spray it whatever color. I chose metallic gold. This would work as a cloche out in the garden. If you took the bottom off, you could put it over a plant. But I'm going to use it on a table out in the garden. And you could fill it with whatever you wanted. But right now we're going to do seasonal. So I think I'll put some flowers in it, some faux flowers, faux leaves. Make it really cute for fall. Then I could switch it up. I could spray it a different color for Christmas, change out the decor. Next spring, we could do a cottage look and spray paint it white. So while this is drying, let's move on to our next project that also involves spray paint. Okay, do you want your alliums to keep blooming even when they're not? There's an easy fix for that, guys. Get yourself some spray paint. I have dark purple and I have violet, and it's just your own preference, whichever color you like. So we have a mix of both on these alliums, and this is the Serendipity allium from Proven Winners. It was done blooming, so it had the seed heads on it that were brown, and you just take your spray paint. So I come through and I spray the tops of them. Then you can come and you can do a side view and spray them. You'll get a little bit on the green, but that's fine. It blends, it doesn't really show. And then you have beautiful alliums that you can enjoy for months more. So there's a quick tip for you. Get you some spray paint like I mentioned and spray those alliums so you can enjoy those flowers for even longer. Okay guys, our next DIY thrift find for the garden. Now I debated about this. I thought, do I want it for the garden or do I want it inside? Well, I decided right now, I think I'm gonna try it out in the garden and see what I think. So I came across this when I was thrifting. It's plastic, but I thought it was super cute. I did not like the color though. So we are gonna give this a refresh. It's real dirty, and so I'm gonna give it a hose off first because it's plastic, and that's why I thought it would work good out in the garden, is it'll withstand the elements being plastic. And it was quite the deal. I got it for $3.99 at Goodwill, and so we're gonna go give it a hose off, get all the grime off, and then we'll give it a fresh coat of paint, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna style it up in the garden. It's going to be an experiment, and like I said, if I decide I don't like it outside in the garden, I can always take it inside and style it up. And for $3.99, I'm not out much if it doesn't turn out. So let's see if this is going to be a fabulous DIY or a fail DIY when I'm all done. So after letting it dry, I decided to put it in the new cut flower garden in between the trellises. That were my fail. last time in the video. So I ended up taking the trellises down and moving them farther apart so I could put the little shelving unit in between the trellises. And now I'm decorating the shelving unit with some pumpkins for fall, some leaves, and just a variety of things just to give it that cute decor look. So what do you think of the new shelf that we DIY'd and decorated for the garden? I think it turned out really cute. Now our next project, the birdhouse, I took my thrifted lady scarf that I use as a tablecloth that I only paid a couple dollars for, brand new for fall, and put the birdhouse on that. Now I filled the birdhouse with leaves, faux flowers, added some garden pumpkins on the table. Okay, I think we're going to do a take 2 on this, guys. As much as I like this in that metallic gold color, the bird cage, I think it would look great inside the house in that color. But out here, I think it just gets lost. And I think if I spray paint it black, it's going to tie in better with my decor on the back of the fence. And also it's going to pop more than just blend in. Right now the mulch is just overpowering it and I don't think you can really see it. So I think it needs to be spray painted. Now I could do it white and it would blend then with the chairs and stuff, but I just am ready for something different. So let's give it a coat of black and see what we think. I'm already liking that better, and I actually left some of the gold peeking through, so it's totally not covered with the black, but there's a lot more black on it, which is going to give it more of a weight and visual presence out in the cut flower garden, I think, on the table. So once that dries, we'll style it up and see how it looks.